Hi Jazz, this is your reading. Starting off with your past, I feel there's like a regret from you, like a worry, as if, oh, what have I done? And I feel you're worried about leaving, as if you've given someone too much, as if you've passed everything on to them and say, you deal with it. And I feel that's what you're worried about, in case it's coming across as if you just picked everything up, chucked it on someone else's lap, say, right, you deal with it, not my problem. And I feel you're very worried and paranoid about this. It's, oh no, what have I done? And the stress within you is like, it's not going to do you any good. So that's the first thing I'm picking up on. As if like you feel like you've chucked everything on this person, and they're like, oh, okay. Okay, so you're going through a tough time now, and I feel it's from this thing where you felt like you dumped everything on the person, and there was a reaction from that, and it was very out of the blue, which has left you with the heartache to where you are now. And it's not nice. Heartache isn't nice for anyone. And obviously when we go through these stages of pain, you want to feel pain because it means a lot to you. But don't torture yourself. I know these, if you see on Facebook, people say, well, if you can choose to be happy, you can choose to be sad. You don't have to be sad if you don't want to be sad. Just put on a brave face and get on with it. Yeah, right. If you're hurting, you're allowed to hurt. And so just don't torture yourself. Allow yourself to hurt, but don't beat yourself up about it. Because I'm not picking up anything that you should feel guilty about. Just don't feel guilty about it. Stop beating yourself up. But my personal opinion is you are allowed to hurt. It's normal. It's an emotion we've been designed to have. So and I know I'm picking up you're saying, well, we had all this possibility and it's all gone and now I'm hurting. So let's see what we can get some advice for you on how to move on. It's interesting because I'm going to sound like I've contradicted myself. You know, I said, people say, just smile and get on with it. That is the message for you. But I put my personal feeling, this is actually, I'm not arguing with the cards, but my personal feeling is, yes, you are allowed to hurt. But the message I'm getting for you in the reading is to, okay, that's happened, just pick myself up and carry on. That's the message in the card. So, but not all is lost. Okay, so I'll stick to the cards and is take what you can from this to be able to move on. And as I said, don't beat yourself up. That was a strong message for you. Take what you can and move on. But I think the empath in me is connecting to you, and I can feel you pain, say, as if you want to hurt, and I can understand that. There's I'm now into the part where I give you. I'm still in the advice part, but this is where I come up with things, advice on not things not to do. And I'm getting the message for you to avoid this, avoid the social media side of things. It's coming up in this reading. So, like we have a bad day, we tend to change our status and say, oh, this is going on, woe is me. They're telling me for you to avoid social media. And I feel it may be regarding you putting in your status, say that you're upset. But it might not be. But the social media, I'm confident about is what to avoid. It might be the looking at social media that's making you upset, but this is really ironic because I'm actually giving you a reading on social media and I'm telling you to avoid it. But that's the message. Avoid this social media because I think it's going to have a negative impact on you at the moment. It might be with whether you put in a status update saying how sad you are, or looking at someone else saying how good they are. I'm not sure, but the advice that I'm getting for you is to stay away from social media. Yet I'm giving you this advice on social media. I don't understand. I'm just passing on the message. Okay, seeing how things are going to pan out for you in the short term. On the path that you are on, you can change things. We all have the ability to change how things are going to turn out. I'm getting a contrast on how things are going to turn out for you short term. I can feel things getting a little bit too much for you. Ease on the booze, because I can feel you a release to say, I'm going to go and get sloshed and stuff like that. Easy on that. And then I feel a sudden change of the going out, not giving a monkeys, having a good time, and then a snap saying, right, that's it, going to be strong and defensive. That's how I feel the change in you. So it's going to be letting yourself go, having fun. That might be the bit about the social media. If you put in the social media, if you going out having fun, put it as a social, as like on social media about you having fun. That's the message I'm getting. That could be the social media thing where I got told, advised to give you the advice on not to do it. So that could be it. And after that, I feel you being very snapping back to reality, but a little bit too more the other way. So where you can be going out having good fun, have a reality check, but you go a little bit too extra cautious and defensive, which isn't such a bad thing. It just helps just going to both extremes to get back to the happy medium. That's what I feel you're going to be doing. I'm going to pull one more card out. I don't usually go to the extra card, but yeah, where I said going to go to that extreme, then comes the happy medium. The next card that comes up was the Justice card, which is the scales, getting the right balance. So yeah, you're going through a normal stage. It's easy for me to say, I'm not going through it, but this recovery session you're going to go through, you're going to go a bit wonky for a bit, go a bit harsh for a bit, and then bounce back to reality. It's all a normal. I don't mean to belittle what you're going through, because I know it's painful, but you're going to go from one extreme to another and then bounce back, a bit like those. What's it? Newton's cradle. They go duk 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 duk, both ends, and then back in the middle, and that's how I feel you're going to be. So it's just. I don't mean to belittle. It's horrible when someone says it like that, but yeah, it's okay. There's nothing bad, and I can see going out having fun. Just be careful about the social media thing. That I feel a message to give you. Yeah, you're going to be going out having fun, going a little bit strict, and then bounce back again. So it's all looking good. It's a normal road of recovery, but I don't mean to belittle anything that you're going through, because I understand it is painful. Anyway, even though I know your mum, please give me feedback so I know how I managed to connect with you. Thank you, and many blessings to you.